Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Strixcraft episode 5. So last time I built this single tree create tree farm and an offloading station for it, a basic offloading station. I don't need this here right now. In between episodes I went ahead and cleaned that up. I took the one wheel that was back there and buried it inside this piece of cliff here. Enderman, go away. So the power is coming out of that at a rate of 64 RPM. And right now it is not using anything because belts don't use anything. I emptied this box out and put that stuff in here. Didn't I? Yeah, birch logs, sticks. I'll just take the sticks and birch saplings so I can take that down from here. I gave myself a crafting table and I have everything I need to be able to craft everything I need for the drawer controller. I also have a couple more redstone comparators here for an IO if I wind up needing it somewhere, but I shouldn't for this time round. I can go ahead and make it though. I have all the stuff on me now that I think of it. So I don't need it right now, but I do have it. And in this box I have everything that I need today. At least everything I think I need. I just need 2 of these on that side, 1 over here. I didn't make a key or anything, so I need to make sure that these, at least these 2, keep their stuff in there. And then this drawer I'm going to be offloading stuff. So I'm going to need shafts, belts, andesite funnels. I also need a brass funnel. Did I not put one in there? Oh, I have one up here, so that's fine. Actually, I don't need a brass funnel. I have a drawer. What would it cost me to make the drawer key? So I need a basic blocking key. So I have some templates back here. I also threw down some stairs in case I had to do this again, just so I can make it much quicker and easier to get up and down. So I need a piece of gold, a gold nugget. Two pieces of gold and a gold nugget. As well as one of these upgrade things wherever I put them. I do have them because I made them and then realized I didn't have enough obsidian. Oh, I already have gold nuggets in here, so let's just grab one of those and I'll put this one back together real quick. And I guess I'm going to pause up and try to find what I did with those. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I can make my drawer key now. That will come in handy. Like I said, I gave myself stairs all the way back up here, along a nice, more or less straight sprinting path for where I'm going. This is where my Botania setup is all going to be getting set up this time. But let's see. I can go ahead and lock all of those, and I'll be able to lock this one to charcoal once I get there, but let's see. I'm going to want this coming out on a short belt. Helps if I put it down properly. So let's see. Is that going to allow for a funnel on both sides? It should, I think. Let's go ahead and put log down here and the drawer I want this facing out this way so I can actually see it. Put a piece of charcoal in here and lock this. Now, fortunately, doing it this way, the andesite funnel can't filter it, but the drawer can. The drawer is only going to let charcoal in. So over here, I can place a fan, a couple of fans actually, going right here. Technically, I could put 2 more on top of these, and actually right there is not where I need it. Let's back those up one. I need room to put the lava, which is why this can't be here. Drawers aren't flammable, are they? Well, I guess I'll find out. I have my lava in that iron chest here. That's not actually what I meant to grab. I meant to grab these. Those can go back in there. Do I have cobblestone on me still? I have 1 piece of cobblestone in there. Some stone in here. Okay, I guess I need to get some cobblestone too. I thought I had everything. I honestly did. At least I did make a path to get this easier. Just grab a stack. Things are still going to be a bit ugly around here, but that doesn't matter so much. Okay, here and here. Block that off. And let's get these lavas in here. I could just run it off of one, but I like to keep flowing down as much as possible. Alright. Now let's see. This is turning clockwise, so if I moved it with a gearbox, it would be counterclockwise. Another gearbox would be clockwise again. So if I do those right next to each other here, then I can pop another belt across here, getting this moving. And these guys. What direction do I need fans rolling in to blow? I'm constantly forgetting this. But this is clockwise, which means going through a gearbox is counterclockwise, that it needs to spin. All right. So this is spinning clockwise. A gear shift here would spin it counterclockwise, and I actually didn't get any encased chain drives either. Those do exist in copper form, so it's just a copper casing and nuggets. Okay, I have iron on me in one of these, so let's just get 3 sets of nuggets and make some encased chain drives. That's definitely more than I need, but I'm okay with that. Actually, if I grab 1 more casing, I can just have 9 of them and use up all those nuggets. That sounds good to me. Nighttime is coming, of course. I've got time to get some of this down, though. Right here. Am I right on that? That looks like it's blowing into the belt. So as soon as I add a couple of gearboxes over here, that should kick on and start pulling out wood and making charcoal. Gotta connect it with a belt. And no, it's going the opposite direction. Alright. So that being the case... Oh. I put 2 there when I only needed 1. That's what happened. So I had cooked my 1 piece of charcoal that I had. Oh, hello, Mr. Spider. Sorry, Mr. Zombie Villager. You're not going home to your family again. You can't even hit me. You're funny. Yeah, hit the... There you go. Hit the creeper, hit the creeper. I want more discs. Oh, you died. Don't blow up my pristine ground. And he blew up my pristine ground. It's okay, I'll just go get more dirt. I definitely have plenty after clearing all this. Do I have any over here? Nope. That's fine. Everything's fine. So these are cooking. I've got 14 charcoal in there. Alright, so that's going. I can definitely turn this back on. Let that get back to its work. And I'm still going to need some create components. I need another andesite funnel. Okay, where to put it? There it is. Oh, right. I have all of that for... making the mana spreaders. So I only need 3 for my basic setup, which these are all going to go over here. Let's just go ahead and get those up here. Then I can take the wood down. That's the entire reason I had it there, is just to make that easier to place. And the dirt was just down there. Help me center it and know where the Indo flames are going. So let's just go ahead and throw it. Actually, I might have enough to fill that in over there. Let's fill that in. I don't like leaving creeper holes around. Even though this is temporary, I want to leave it messed up the way I messed it up. Creeper mess doesn't count. Well, I got it mostly filled up. Let's grab my other flowers. Mystical brown, red, and gray. I always miss the gray. There it is. And I have a bunch of seeds. Don't need that. That. I will need these. Don't need that. Where did I get an obsidian from? Oh, I took it out of the backpack. Never mind. If I could even keep up with what I am doing myself. Alright, so I technically only need 1 empty hand, but I also need a bucket of water. Or a bucket, I have water. So 2 browns, 1 of the gray and the red. And right click with an empty hand, throws everything back in there. You need to make a lot of a recipe like this. It's definitely the way to do it. Three more. And there we go. So that's 9 endo flames. I'll just go ahead and put them down right centered there. I actually want another chest or something, so let's grab that initial chest back. Okay. And we just want this to carry out right to a chest over here, which is just gonna... no. I overall needed this to be further over if I'm gonna have those there. So instead of having to move all of this around, let's just move these. So it's gonna drop right here. Okay, if I hit this from the side, I believe it won't knock the charcoal out of it. Wrench, pick that up, and I'm just going to turn that off for right now. So if that's dropping anything off, it won't add more, because I want the acacia drawer down low. So I'm going to need a chute. I do have some. Awesome. Put that on top of here. And that's going to make me need a brass funnel, because it's not going to filter things correctly. All right. So I can hook this back up. This is going to drop off here on this spot. So we'll just tap these back here. I believe they can still attach the spreaders where they are. And this here is where I'm going to be putting a mana splitter very quickly. Actually, let's go ahead and throw this over here. So, Wand of the Forest. Where did I put you, Wand of the Forest? Am I missing it in here? I've got a green flower. I know I have a very green wand. Where could I put it though? It is not in that one. It's not in my inventory. Not in this one. Oh, I guess let's just err on the side of getting this done quickly. And just make another one real quick. Because I need this to bind each of these. And then each row of flowers will go to one spreader. Technically you can do this with 2, but there's a tiny bit of loss. There's a lot of spreader power not used with 3, but I would rather have more than not enough. Okay, so all 3 of those are going to be blasting into there. Now all this needs is a funnel. And there we're going to wind up having what we need there. Let's see. This is going to need 2 Manasteel. So let's just grab 2 iron ingots real fast. Whoops. Let's just put that back in there. 2 ingots. I also am going to want to make this a mana diamond so I can get a mana tablet. And this is actually going to be really quick. Now that I've got those two, I can put together... I'm going to get that every single time I run by, aren't I? I can go ahead and get this. And be able to rebind to go to 3 other pools. So I also need to make first. I've got everything on me, so let's just... This would be why I had 15 living stone on me to begin with. I meant to have already made these. So bind these one at a time to the mana splitter. And now all of these pools are getting mana. Nice. And that also gives me lots of capacity, so this can just be running for a while. I have a shaft on me, so let's just get that in there quick. Keep all this rolling. Case things up. Make it look nicer like I did the rest of this over here. And I'm pretty sure I'm not even using much for stress at all here. Oh, I'm using all of the stress with just those 2 fans. Really? Oh yeah, they are at 128 apiece. Alright. That's another perfectly stressed system. I should definitely sleep before I get into trouble again, though. And I still wonder what happened to my Wand of the Forest that I had. But yeah, the funnel will only let out one at a time because it can't get anything else out because there's no belt or any room for that to drop. So by the time this is getting ready to despawn, one of these should be picking it up anyway. So yeah, a nice enclosed system here to just give me all of the things that I need. So this is the original pool. It has the most in it. There's my mana diamond. Make this, and then I'm actually also going to move this crafting table. I'm doing more things over there than I am over here. It is still useful to have a regular crafting table because I can still look at JEI. I can't when I'm in my backpack crafting table. Alright. So how is it keeping up on charcoal right now? It has 1 charcoal in it. So this is not going to run reliably and constantly. I do kind of want to put something over the lava here. How about a little bit of living rock? Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Living rock slabs. I'm going to be building a lot with living stone. That's going to be such a very important thing for me. But let's see. Wand of the Forest again. This is now giving into tablets. And there we go. Already zapped it. And we can go ahead and actually zero all of these out while it's sitting in a state of not having charcoal. Now, fortunately, I have charcoal. I can feed this. And there we go. The mana must flow. Pause up, figure out how long I've been recording, and if there's anything else I'm wanting to do. Yeah, so looking at the run time, it's like 24 minutes thus far. I completed my primary goal of not just this episode, but also last episode. Tied all of this together. Actually, I do kind of want to make some tools. And get some more living rock. Like I said, I'm going to need a lot of this. Trying to think of a way that I could easily set up to farm this. If you have any create-minded ideas of how I can place, read when this changes, and break it and replace, let me know. In the meantime, I'll keep trying to think of it, doing some testing and stuff. But let's see. Like I said, I'm wanting to get some tools. Which means I'm going to need some Manasteel. That's a pickaxe. That's an axe. Shovel. Hoe. And shears. And I believe each of these are the standard recipes. Let's just throw this down over here. Okay. Manasteel pickaxe. Manasteel axe. Shovel. And I had a hoe and shears. So I need 2 more living twigs. There. Now I have immortal tools. So in between episodes, I'll be able to do lots of mining without issues. Yeah, this is looking pretty nice. So if you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and hit that like button down below. And if you're wanting to see what I'm up to next time, there is always that subscribe button. Have a good one.